win with the Cup Series with our biggest field this season yet. We have 10 drivers lined up for this race. Wildman is on pole, so good for him. We're also going to make sure we have a piece of thing pulled out so I can get everybody's names written down for stage points and everything. But now we wait on Wild to send us an invite for the race. Also let Wild know that Kit Kat that she can send her link out. Wild. Tell Kit Kat that my stuff is up. Kit Kat wants to know when my stuff is up, you forget? Did Kit Kat get the stuff sent out? Alright, y'all are about to start? Alright, we're about to start here. Getting into the lobby. If you want to see a driver's point of view, you can watch Arctic stream. He's streaming the race, and I believe Ricky Ben is also streaming the race, but I wouldn't suggest watching Ricky's. Yeah. All you hear is the car. So if you want to hear the cars, watch Ricky's stream. If you want to hear actually like some of the talking, you have his. But I'm gonna pull up Arctic's stream. We're gonna watch that. Get that pulled up. Alright. They're about to go green here. Green flag is underway. Wildman looks to have already a huge lead. Second place looks to be up on that high side of that A number 18. Very big field tonight. They're very scattered. Oh, but a lot of people in the wall in that turn 3 and 4. Not what you want to see, but this is a huge field compared to what we've been running recently. Give me a second here. Oh, but it looks like Chastain Uchiha will hold on to the lead of that number 24. The last time somebody saw victory lane here was myself and the number 24. So let's see if Wildman can repeat it. For the 95, a Jelly also looking to that outside, trying to see if he has something. Had a very fast car last week, throughout the entire week at Bristol. In the truck, see if he can work his way to a first win. But it looks like, I'm trying to see who's all behind these guys. I believe Kit Kat is in 4th. Behind that is Lone Wolf. Then it's Ricky Ben. And behind him, I believe that is our new driver, Lone Skull. And then we're going to go look back here. I think it's Arctic battling Chunk. Oh no. It goes Ricky, whoever else, that's the 32, the 66, Arctic, and then battling Chunk, I believe. Yeah, that is our field. But let's watch this battle right here, because there seems to be a good group right here. Looks like Kit Kat and Lone Wolf have caught the 95, looking for 3rd. Let's see what happens up front, too. There seems to be a battle up here. Wildman's going to try to take the lead away, but Chastain's going to have to run off the exit. Chastain's in the wall a little bit. Let's slow him down. Here comes Wild. Oh, Wild's going to overdrive the corner. Chastain Uchiha is going to make the crossover and take the lead back. I believe they have hit a... Let's see how many laps they have left here. 34 to go. But it looks like Chastain Uchiha and Dan will lose connection and will finish last. Poor Dan. He just has... Oh! Chastain Uchiha spun! Wildman will take the lead. Oh, that is very heartbreaking for that number 18. Let's watch some of these battles throughout the entire field, because there seems to be very many battles. Looks like Kit Kat is chasing down Wildman, trying to see if she can take this a snap at the lead here. See if she can win her first Cup Series win tonight. Wildman now commanding this race, though, with that number 24. Looks like Jelly's trying to take third away from Lone Wolf, but just cannot do it. Looks like Chastain Uchiha is back up in the field, right in front of Ricky Ben. I don't know what place that is. I think that may be 5th. The Kit Kat is trying to reel in Wildman. And Jelly's trying to reel in the 13. Here's a battle back here between the 9 is trying to catch the 44 is trying to catch the 9, the 9 is trying to catch the 18. But that 18 looks still to be very fast, even with the damage of spinning. Arctic Gaming is in last also. They've also completed 10 laps. There's the 10 lap. They just completed 10 laps of the race. Wildman looking to cruise away with victory here, with a huge lead over second place. Can Wildman get 2 back-to-back at short tracks? Or will he have an issue? Surprisingly, we have not had a caution yet in this race, even with this really packed field. But it looks like Jelly's going to lose a position to Chastain Uchiha. A little contact there! And Chastain Uchiha is in the wall, and so is the 44. The 44 now taking the position away, and here comes Ricky. Chastain Uchiha was the winner of the Daytona 500 after some issues with the driver, and it looks like Ricky has spun. Not a good day there for him. And that's why we call him Ricky Spin 9. Oh, I mean, Ricky Spin 9, I'm sorry. But, looks like we're gonna watch Jelly here. He's being reeled in by that 44. And it looks like somebody else has pounced onto Chastain Uchiha, I believe. Let's go over to him. I believe he was passed by the 34. No, 32, sorry. I believe that's what that is. Yeah, it is. Oh, Chastain Uchiha in the wall again. Going from first to last. That is something you do not want to see. And there's an in-game caution for some incident. I do not know why. I think it may have been the 7. I believe the 7 had some issues there with the 1 and 32 potentially. Oh no, it was a 13. 13's got damage. Apparently the 7 spun and spun into the number 13. Hearing what we're hearing from the track. But hopefully this caution will be over soon, and we'll be about to go green. Here we are, about to head green. We're gonna look at Chastain Uchiha, who is all the way in the back, see if he can march his way back up to that front where he was. But it looks like Chastain Uchiha will make his way up to 4th, I believe. Oh, huge contact between him and Jelly. And there's a huge wreck in the back, and that'll be a caution. In-game caution once again. That is not good. No, but we're going to go ahead and close Arctic Extreme, because it is really far behind. Once again, we'll probably watch Chastain Uchiha on this restart to see where he is, all the way in the back. Probably from damage that he got being collected in that wreck. See if he can make his way back up to the field again. It looks like Ricky doesn't go. Looks like some issues for Jelly. Looks like he had to leave the race, sadly. They'll get a slightly better position than Dan. So once again, he won't be able to get it done tonight. But it looks like there's a battle between Kit Kat Wildman. Here comes Chastain Uchiha to see if he can slither his way up into this battle for this lead. 2 Toyotas, 1 Chevy. Oh, huge wreck in the back. Is that an in-game caution again? Looks like there has been trouble all the way in the back, and hopefully this time Chastain Uchiha can hopefully try to take this lead and try to see if he can win 2 races this season. The two winners we have is Wildman in that 24 and Chastain Uchiha. It keeps going between the 18 and 19. I don't know why. But now he's up there. Hopefully we can see them go green soon here. We'll probably try to watch people in the middle of the field to see if we can catch the next wreck. That's where it seems to be, in the middle of the field. Right behind the leaders. So we're going to head to... We'll watch Chunk here. Let's restart. And green flag back underway. Wildman with not the greatest restart. He's in the grass, I believe. Looks like the 18 is going to go low there. The 32 on his back bumper. And Ricky's going to overshoot it. Somehow they kept it clean. And Arctic now making a move on the 13. He's going to make some contact with Kit Kat. Kit Kat, Lone Wolf, both in the wall there. See what Battling Chunk does here. He's all the way to the back bumper of the number 1 to the inside. Looks like Wildman still holding on to that lead with a Toyota and a Ford behind him. But now Ricky's going to make a move on that 32. The 32's in the wall now. Some people getting really tight in these corners or just plain overshooting it. With the 1 almost getting into the 13. He almost does it there too. The 13's going to back off and potentially touch the wall there, but it's going to keep up. But now it looks like the 32 is getting very slow with Lone Skull. But some contact there. Arctic's in the wall again. Surprisingly, no cautions have been happening. As soon as we say, okay, let's watch the middle of the field to watch a wreck, doesn't happen. But Wildman now pulling out to a commanding lead. See if that 18 or the 9 can reel him in. The number 9 being the Clash winner and has not had anything else this season. He might be the Eric Almirola of this league. Wins the Clash and then sucks the rest of the stuff. 10 laps to go in the stage here and from the track, but looks like the 18 is going to try to take the lead away. Let's watch it from the Ricky's point of view. Oh, the 18 down low. He's going to take the lead here, potentially. He'll lead the lap. He's going to clear Wildman. The 18 up front. Oh, there's 5 laps to go. I'm sorry, it wasn't a 10, it was a 6. But here comes Ricky now. He had a huge run from seeing those two fight. Oh, Ricky's going to dive bomb his own teammate. That is not what you want to see. But it looks like Chastain Uchiha will command this lead and will keep gaining that lead. But here comes the 7 of Kit Kat, and Ricky's in the wall. Oh, what's going on there? Looks like there be some side-by-side action. Ricky and Kit Kat spin! And there's the end of the stage. What's the finishing order? Who finished 5th? Who's after Kit Kat Wild? Alright, so the people that get points this stage are Chastain Uchiha with the win, Wildman, Ricky Ben 9, Kit Kat, and Chunk. See what happens here in stage number 2. A lot of cars with a lot of damage on them from that wreck. I believe Ricky spun into somebody. But here we are. We're going to watch this middle of the field with Kit Kat here. See what goes on here on this restart. Actually, no. What up? If I get a better camera angle. Here we go. Green flag is back underway here at Richmond. Okay, they are going through the first turn. 3 wide in the back. Lone Wolf all the way in last place from that wreck, but it looks like he will keep that position right now. Oh no, Kit Kat spun. Trouble for Kit Kat once again, not having the luck in the Cup Series. It looks like Wildman will take the lead away from the 18, but he's going to overdrive the corner, and the 18 is going to get back to him. To the inside, no, he's going to stay behind, but he'll probably boot him through the corner. No, but Ricky's going to boot him. But Ricky does not get the entry to the corner that he wanted, and that'll slow him up. But that helped Chastain Uchiha, then hurt him. Now Chastain Uchiha taking the lead away from Ricky's teammate. Wildman in the wall a little bit there. But Chastain Uchiha now with a huge lead over Wildman. Can Wildman reel him back in? Looks like he will through this corner, through the entrance. But it all counts on this exit. Yep, he's still there. Racing going on through this field. Chastain Uchiha in the wall. Oh, and there's a spin. It'll be a caution. Huge wreck. Manual caution. Oh, in-game caution now. Wildman hit the apron and just went around and clobbered the wall and the 9 and the 18. That is something you do not like seeing. Chunk and the 13 don't fit, and I believe somebody else did. It was the 9. Potentially. Oh, 3 wide behind. And it's going to be contact between the 1 and the 18. Looks like the 32 may have had some issues too there. At this point, it's just cautions or breeding cautions. Huge, I think, 5-car field up there. Oh, having to navigate their way through there. I think that is the 13 that's slow. Yes, it is. Chastain Uchiha, even with the slight damage that he has, is reeling in this front group. Looks like he's really gaining on that 13. 13's once again in the wall, so that'll bring the 18 even closer. And the 18's now in the wall. They just cannot keep it off that wall. More people have hit the wall tonight than we did at Martinsville. Strangely. But tomorrow we'll be at Atlanta with the Xfinity car, so see that later. Well, tomorrow. But Kit Kat saved the car that just spun, but now Chastain Uchiha is all over that back bumper, that 13. He is all in that rearview mirror, but not anymore. He's in the wall. He is overdriving every corner with that damage. Let's go up to that front and see what's going on up here. I believe Ricky is trying to take the lead away from his team. Oh no, that's not his teammate. That is the 44. They have very similar looking cars. But now Ricky, I believe, is the leader. Wildman, is Ricky the leader? Ricky Ben is the leader. And Ricky spins! Oh, Ricky, pulling what Ricky does best. Ricky spin find. But now the 24 and the 44 battling it out for that lead. Now Ricky's got to sit back in third. Once again. He's going to overdrive the corner, but may have had some help from the 13 and the 18. Watch this battle. Heating up. And the 18 is going to put it 3 wide, but Lone Wolf will clear the 9, and so will the 18, but Ricky's going to try to make the crossover. Just had to break there. The 18 did not want him to do it, but now the 18 is going to try to punt the 13. Here comes Kit Kat to the back end of Ricky. There's a huge fight between these drivers. The entire field is keeping up with Wild now. What does Wild do? Lone Wolf getting shoved wide. Can he save it though? Hold on, but no, he can't. The 18 is now to his inside, taking away third. Wildman scooting away with the win right now. Arctic Gaming now down pit road, probably for damage. Was it the 13 was in the wall? Now these front 3 have pulled away, and Chastain Uchiha's in the wall. Not the outside wall, but the inside. He's going to keep it straight, though, and try to hold off Ricky for that 3rd place still. But Ricky's going to hit him. Lone Wolf is also looking right there, too. Probably going to try to get revenge on the 18 for shoving him out of the way. Once again, that is short track racing, so we'll see it throughout the entire race. But now Ricky and Lone Wolf will now be able to pounce on Chastain Uchiha for him being in the wall and on that outside line. Not the day the 18 is winning after having an early lead and being very fast. And there's Kit Kat behind them. Chastain Uchiha looking a little loose there, getting really squirrely. I believe he's getting to that inside of the 13. I believe he's not there though. He was. Now the 13 is going to make a move on the 9. He's going to tap the 13. He's going to push the 13 past the number 9. And he's going to try to clear the number 9. And Kit Kat's in the wall behind. Kit Kat may be able to pounce on the 18 though. No, she's going to back off the throttle so she doesn't do it. We're going to go ahead and ask Wildman how many laps are left. Oh, Ricky spit hits the wall and hits the 18. How many laps to go in the stage, Wild? 56? Why is there 50? What? Did I miss stage 2? Why is there so many laps in stage 2? Oh, it looks like the 18 is going to slide there a little bit. Just a little bit. Wild, what'd you say? 5 laps to go in the race. Apparently I heard the races the stuff wrong. I don't know. Oh, 54 to go. Wildman is confusing me. I'm sorry, everybody. Look at Chastain Uchiha having issues again with that car being a little too tight, potentially. Ricky's a little squirrely up in front of him. Oh, looks like Wildman might be having somebody catch up to him. That is a 13. The winner at Homestead in the Xfinity Series last week. He might get to Wild though. Wildman going a little wide there. The 13 trying to everything to get into him, but the 24 is in the wall. That is something you do not want to see. And the 13 is going to take the lead away from Wildman. And something Wild does not want to see is losing that lead to somebody. Because then he sees that somebody's able to keep up with him. Other than the 18. Oh, and Wild's around. And he hits Ricky. So that'll be a manual caution. Let's go ahead to the leader, Lone Wolf. Hopefully everybody can get caught back up. Who is anybody left down? Anybody else? So pit road is open this time by. Well, next time by. But we're gonna go ahead and take a little break while we watch them go down pit road. We'll watch Lone Wolf. So I'll be right back, guys. And we're back. See who was out of pit road first. Arctic extremely late getting into pit road. But it looks like the 13. I couldn't tell. I believe it was battling Chunk. Wild. Lone Wolf. I meant not Lone Wolf. The 44. So we'll be able to watch this restart here. Hopefully we can... Are you serious? I could have gone... Okay. Not everybody is caught up, so they'll have to do one more lap around. Arctic now pulling up to the back end of this field. Is Arctic still a lap down? Oh, Arctic is 3 laps now, is 2 laps down. They'll be able to go at the line here. With 8 drivers left in the field, who takes the cake? I think my bets are either on the 18, the 13, or the 24. But here they are. Green flag out underway. Arctic going to hold back a little bit, try to get a better start. Let's go up to Chastain Uchiha here. Because it looks like Wildman's going to fall back. Looks like the 44 and the 13 are now battling it out with Ricky right behind. But Ricky's going to head a little wide. Letting that 18 catch up right to the back bumper of the number 9. Number 9's going to overdrive the corner. He's going to take the 13 with him. Oh, a little sideways there for the 18. 44 now out front with a 13 chasing him. The 18 behind, and a battle behind. Now Lone Wolf has the preferred line of that middle line right there. That's going to give him the perfect run off of exit and a better corner than Chunk. But he's going to take the second corner a little wide here. Now Chunk's all over the back bumper. See what Lone Wolf does. It looks like he's going to hold off the 44 for the lead, but here comes the 18. Oh, but it looks like the 44 is going to get back to the lead. It looks like Ricky's trying to pinch his teammate out of the equation. Ricky is not knowing how to drive tonight. Like usual. But it looks like... And Ricky been spun! Where is Ricky? Oh, all the way at the end. We're going to continue watching this 18 and see what he does to try to take this lead. Trying to catch those two leaders of the 44 and the 13 who are teammates. Oh, it looks like the 44 is in the wall, and so is the 18, and the 7 is now around him. Here comes Wildman to the back end of the 18. So the 18's lost some speed, potentially. Here comes that 24 to the inside. He's going to see if he can make the move on him here. Is going to clear the 18, but can the 18 make the crossover? Think he's going to try it. He is. Will he have enough speed through the corner to get it? Yes, he will. But will Wildman try to make the crossover on him? No, he can't get it. Battle shaking up between the two guys who started off on that front row together. Some contact there, and the 24's in the wall. But now Chastain Uchiha extremely wide. Oh, looks like there's a battle back here between the 1 and the 9. Both all the way in the back. The 9 in the wall. And it's going to hit the wall again. Oh, a little sideways there, but he's there to the number 1. But now the 1's in the wall. And that's going to bring Ricky even closer. And clear the 1. The 1's going to probably get back to him here. Oh, he will. See what happens here in this next corner if Ricky tries to overdrive it. Yep, and he's in the wall. And now the 1's in the wall. They keep trading of who hits the wall. But that really helped the 1. Oh, 2 people in the wall up front. I believe that was a Lone Wolf and Lone Skull. Is Lone Skull a lap down, or is he in second? Oh, it's Lone Skull now losing a lap to the leaders. Oh, huge contact between the 1 and 9. What happened there? $30 laps to go here in stage number 2. And it looks like Lone Wolf now pulling a decent lead over second place. Few Carlins in between them. It looks like Chunks on the wall a little bit there. Oh. What a wild spin? No, he didn't. He's just there battling the 32 and the 7. Oh, Kit Kat's on the wall, and that'll be a caution. Oh, in-game caution for the wreck. Kit Kat gets loose, slams the outside wall straight into Wildman's nose. Huge break for Lone Skull there. After going a lap down, now he'll be back on the lead lap. Once again, that's not going to help Arctic because now he's trapped another lap down. Arctic Gaming is 5 laps down. Wow. That is not what you want to see. Especially after starting 3rd in that 500 a few weeks ago. Oh, last squad might have many laps to go as soon as they hit the green flag. But we're going to watch Chasing Uchiha on this start because he's had really good starts throughout the entire race. Well, how many laps to go? 24 laps to go here at Richmond in stage number 2. Ricky's going to put his teammate in the wall, I believe. Ricky being overly aggressive like always. Now, teammates battling it out for the lead. The 44 down low on the 13. Those two keep battling. The 18's going to sneak past. Contact! They are racing hard. Here comes the 18. Oh, the 44 is going to hit him. Not what you want to see, but here comes the 32 from being a lap down. And here comes the 7 to try to gain on this. And the 32 is going to overdrive the corner. Huge battle here for second. Now the 7 is going to take the inside. Kit Kat, and here comes the 32 to slip past. What a move. Here comes Wildman, but the 32's on the wall. Oh, huge battle. Here comes Wildman. Huge battle for that second place position, which is going to allow these 13 to pull away. 24 now taking second from Chastain Uchiha. It looks like everybody's going to kind of spread out. Can Chastain Uchiha take it? I believe he will here. A little contact. But here comes the 24 to take the second place back. This is where the race is, and here comes Ricky and Kit Kat. Ricky's gonna get shoved out of the way. That is very often to see there. Ricky just getting moved out of somebody's way. 18 laps to go here in the stage. Here comes the 18 trying to close on that 24, trying to see if he can take that second away. Pulling away from Kit Kat and Ricky Ben, but they're still charging. See if any of them can try to take it away from Lone Wolf. Wildman spins! Big issue there, but he saves it. Wildman accidentally downshifting causes him to lose all his momentum. That may be the end of the stage for him. Maybe he can work his way back up to a better position than what he's in. But we're going to watch to see if Chastain Uchiha can gain on this number 13. What line does he run? What does he do to catch that 13? This is really going to be a tough race between a few of these drivers. Some of them are extremely fast. Oh, but it looks like Kit Kat will take second, but then get hit a little bit. No, she's going to keep it. Now it's a battle between the two Toyotas. Not on the same team, but they're really hitting each other hard. Here comes the 18 trying to pull something on the outside. It won't work. Maybe he dives it in deep. No, he's going to let her have it. No, he's going to charge to the outside. But it's not enough. Now about a car length and a half between them. And now he's going to bump Kit Kat up the track. He's going to clear her. They want to catch Lone Wolf. They need to avoid that at all costs. It looks like lap cars may be in the way, but Lone Wolf's going to spin. Saves it off that inside wall. But now Chastain Uchiha is your leader, and now he's going to lap Arctic again. Kit Kat holding on for second. Endgame caution for something. I do not know for what. I do not have any idea what it's for. Three people a lap down, with Skull being 3, Arctic being 5, and Ricky Ben being 1 lap down, but he will get back to the lead lap off of this caution. I still don't even know what the caution's for. Let's see what happens here, because it'll probably be a short little race to that finish. Of stage number 2, remind you. How many laps left to go in the stage? Well, as soon as you'll hit green. Green flag underway. See how many laps left here? 9 laps to go, so it'll be a very short race at this end. Ricky all the way in the back sledding around. But Chastain Uchiha is trying to hold off for this win, and Kit Kat's in the wall! And that's going to slow her majorly down, but now it's the battle from the 18 and the 24. 8 to go. 24 had a smooth clearing there of the 18 on that outside. Can the 18 get back to him? Let's watch this. Who's in third? Battling Chunk. Oh, look, some issues there for Lone Skull. Maybe slow down Chastain Uchiha a little bit there. 7 laps to go in the stage. Wildman's probably going to get a little tight there. That's going to allow that 18 to get a little bit closer. Wildman going to go a little wide. That's going to allow that 18 to have a better drive. Wildman is really getting under the pressure, and he's going to get in the wall a little bit. Now less than a car length between. With 6 to go in the stage, I believe. Oh, it looks like the 18 is going to go a little wide on this one. That's going to slow him down. But here comes the 44. 5 laps to go in the stage. Wildman looking at this battle behind him and is really enjoying seeing that. It looks like the 18 is going to get a little loose. Looks like, see if Chunk can get anything towards Wild. At all. It looks like they'll have the better line on turn 1 and 2, but oh, the 18! Save it! He saves it. No, he doesn't! He's back! Oh! Oh, he's in the wall with a 13. And there's an end game caution, and Wildman will win stage number 2. So your top 5 are Wildman, Chunk, Ricky, Chastain Uchiha, and Lone Wolf. That is the people who get stage points here in stage number 2. And then we head into stage number 3. Wait, Lone Wolf is allowed down? Lone Skull now is back up on the lead lap. Ricky's gonna shove the 7 high and the 44. And Wildman's gonna get a little tight potentially. And now there's a 3 wide for second. Oh! And Ricky, I think, is having issues. Looks like Wildman's gonna back out. He does not want to be in the middle of this fight because there might be a wreck. And I wouldn't blame him after watching the 32 point the 18 out of his way. Now he's going to do the same to Ricky. But here comes Lone Wolf on the inside of Lone Skull. And Chastain Uchiha is going to get around him here. Oh no, the 32 is being overly aggressive. Oh, contact! Oh, and Lone Skull's on the wall. No, started with that 18. Looks like there's a battle up there for the lead. Oh! 32 is going to put the 18 in the wall. If he puts somebody else in the wall, he will be penalized points and has to do a drive-through. Because we have seen it all night. Him, and he's gonna hit Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf now is gonna clear him. See if he does the same thing again. No, he's just gonna keep getting really tight and heading in that wall. Here comes the 18, trying to get back to him. He'll probably try to repay the favor. No, he's going to get to that inside. 32 is going to let him get around him. 32 now going to try to take the inside away. Arctic having issues again. Here comes Ricky to this battle. Two drivers that are being overly aggressive around that MR18. Oh, and they almost made contact. And the 32 is in the wall. Go up to this lead. Kit Kat, Lone Wolf, and not Lone Wolf. Batting Chunk and Wildman are now your leaders, with a huge gap over the number 18. See if those two Chevys get together. Kit Kat can take it. She has not had a good look all night. Looks like the number one's gonna pull off a pit road in the wrong spot. Tell Arctic next time to pull up on the backstretch. Almost caused a wreck. Almost LePaged him. Here comes Kit Kat to the inside of Wild. He's gonna give him a little tap. Oh, but she's sideways. Wildman's still looking at the back end of Chunk. See how the 18 is not caught. I believe he lost the position. Oh no, it's just the number one. Somebody spun, I believe. It was Kit Kat. Kit Kat spins and will lose where she had. Once again, not having the best of luck all night. Something you obviously don't want to see for her. Now Wildman trying to make any line work on that 44, but he's going to get really tight. And that's going to put a bigger gap between him and that 44. Wildman trying to make a charge back, potentially. He's been incredibly fast throughout the entire race, but so has that 44. Arctic once again down pit road. Arctic Gaming not having the best of nights. And the 9 was down pit road. Wildman now to the back bumper, the 44. What does Wild do to get back to that 44? Good little gap between them. He's in the wall. Wildman not in the wall, but right up against it. Running it like it's Chicagoland. Now, charging on the 44. Can he take the lead away? Less than a car length. A bump. He is all over the back bumper of that 44. But here comes a lap car. Does a lap car play an issue into this? There's about a car length between. A tap! More than a tap. A send! The 44, but that helped the 44 pull away. Wildman trying everything that he can, and it is not working. Let's go ahead and run through the field here. The Wildman, who qualified on the pole, has multiple RPM series wins, second place in championship last season. Chastain Uchiha has 2 career wins here in RPM, one at Indianapolis last season and the Daytona 500 this season. Kit Kat is the first female to win in RPM history with a win at Daytona in the National Series and the Truck Series, and won last week at Bristol in the Trucks. VG Jelly, who is out of the race, has 0 wins, but won the Duel 2 race this season. Lone Wolf has 1 win under his belt last week at Homestead in the National Cars. Battling Chunk does not have a win, looking for his first here tonight, battling with the 24. Matter of fact, he is side by side. Ricky Ben has 1 technical career win, which was at Martinsville last season in the Trucks. Big Man Dan, this is his 4th start in career, and each time he has been down pit road since the beginning of the race. Lone Skull, this is his first start here tonight, with being multiple laps down. Arctic Gaming has 2 career wins, 1 in the Trucks at Texas, and 1 at Darlington and Cup last season. And that is everybody, and it looks like the leaders are down pit road. So perfect timing. So we're going to watch them come down pit road. See where they come out. See if Wildman can do anything to catch up to that 44. And Chunk. Nope. Chunk. 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 Oh, Wild's gonna beat him out. No, they're there. Side by side. Bumper to bumper. They're gonna have to pull up on the backstretch, and Wildman has a little bit of advantage. Wildman trying about a car length between him and who would basically be the leaders once everybody pits. They will cycle to be the leaders. This is the battle for the lead and potentially the win. But now 44 pulling away, and Wild's gonna head high and hit the wall. We're gonna ask Wildman how many laps to go, and Ricky's gonna hit the leader. Oh no! That is technically a 2-car wreck, so that will be a manual caution. Everybody that's a lap down will get a lap back. A lap back. Who is your leader? I'll go ahead and head up to Lone Wolf. No pitting allowed right now. And then pit road will be open. Who all is on the lead lap right now? Two people on the lead lap. Oh, but everybody else should be getting a lap back, so that should help everybody else. But this really puts that 13 and 7 at a disadvantage. Ugh. Arctic now had to get one of his laps back. Jason Uchiha getting one of his laps back. Ricky Ben should be slowing up to catch the back end potentially. I believe. But the two leaders can officially pit. Tell Lone Wolf and Kit Kat pit road is open for them. See what happens here. This is really going to shake up a lot. If you don't pit, you can get a second lap back. Who's gonna come out first? Kit Kat, Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf will, I believe. Where is Kit Kat? Where is Kit Kat? Where is Kit Kat? Where is Kit Kat? There is Kit Kat. She's coming out of pit road. But Lone Wolf will be your leader. He needs to slow down majorly. But it should be him and Kit Kat lined up on that front row. Who all now is on the lead lap? Wow. Who all now is on the lead lap? So it looks like this front little group here is all on the lead lap. But it looks like Wildman and Kit Kat will be your front row. Not Wildman, Lone Wolf, I'm sorry. Lone Wolf and Kit Kat is the front row. We're starting second, Kit Kat. She starts second. Alright. Hopefully we can get everybody cut back up here. Oh, Ricky haven't hit the brakes. Oh, and he clobbered the back end of the Ford. He's back up there. Let's see here. We don't even. I'm confused on who all's on the lead lap and who's not. I know the front four, I believe, are on the lead lap. Is Chasen Uchiha on the lead lap? Green flag underway, and it looks like Kit Kat will get a better start, but will slow down. She did not have to. She just got a better start than the leader. She just messed herself up. She believes she would have gotten the penalty for that, but now the 44 takes the lead with the 9 second. Then am I going to try to take that inside of Kit Kat? No, nobody's there to take it. Wildman looking a little wide there. The 13 might be able to pounce. And I believe he will. Now Chunk out front with Ricky running right behind him. But I believe Ricky Ben is a lap down. Is Ricky a lap down? Ricky Ben is officially a lap down though. So if he gets around that 44, he will be on the lead lap. But I doubt that he will. But here comes the 13 to take second away and Kit Kat in third. Ricky's sliding back. Let's see what Wildman can do. Watch Ricky right here. I like how he's being very aggressive even though he's a lap down. Not actually, I think that's pretty stupid. Oh, little contact there between the 7 and the 24. 24 is going to continue to hit her. The 18 now looking to the inside of the 7 will clear her. Now Ricky's going to clear her too. Kit Kat is not up to speed on that outside line. That is not where you want to be at this track. And now everybody's kind of single filed out besides these two in the back. Oh, and he's going to put her in the wall. That is a dirty move, even though he's a lap down and he's raising this aggressive. Look at he's learning how to chill. He's been putting everybody in the wall. He's been overly aggressive, and that's something you cannot do. You'll make enemies very quickly. I can get up to Lone Wolf here. He's on the back bumper of his teammate for the lead. And now he's going to head a little wide to see if somebody takes this position away from him. No, but Wildman is right there. Wildman all over the back bumper of that 13. Can he take second away? 1, 2, 3 are all Chevy. But two different teams. How many laps to go, Wild? 43 laps to go here on stage number 3. Looks like the 13 is going to get a little high. Here comes Wild to the inside. Now, taking second place away from the 13. Can he take the lead away from Chunk? And if those three leaders keep battling, that 18 will catch. Now Lone Wolf is looking towards this battle up in front of him to see if he can have any grip from seeing them battle it out. It's like Wildman looking to the inside. He's going to get it to his inside. He's going to tap him. Side by side for the lead. But Wildman's not going to have enough momentum to keep it there. But he's going to shove him wide. He's there. Here comes Lone Wolf to follow Wild. And he's going to try to take the lead away, but Wild's going to have a better corner entrance. But here comes the exit of the corner. Lone Wolf is now in the wall. Never mind. Wild is going to pull away a little bit. I was going to say Lone Wolf was about to take the lead away, but then he clobbered the wall. Wildman looking for his first career win here at Richmond. His last career win last week at Martinsville. Can he have two in back-to-back at short tracks? Taking over an iconic number for this league with the league owner running that number, winning his first race in that car and winning a good bit in that 24. But it looks like Lone Wolf is trying to close that gap. It looks like somebody up in front of them was in the grass. I believe that is Arctic Gaming. Arctic not having a good night at all, and it looks like he's a little sideways. See if he moves out of the way of the leaders, and he will. He'll move down pit road, potentially. But it looks like Wildman, with that, it pulled him a little bit away from Lone Wolf. Oh, Wildman's a little sideways off a corner. Lone Wolf now within a car length in between him and Wild. He's going to get tight, and that's going to extend the lead for Wild. 35 laps to go here at Richmond. Wildman's loose! Gonna save it though. That's gonna bring Lone Wolf very close to him. See who's back in third. I believe that is by Arctic. But Chunk. Oh, and while we're talking about this, the 13 is now taking the lead away. Arctic Gaming back down pit road, but Wildman trying to fight on that outside, and he will. He's going to clear the 13 with the 13 getting a little sideways, but he's on the wall. He had it. Oh, I just accidentally changed drivers. Go back to Wild here. He is really all over that back bumper of that 13. See what he does here to try to take that lead back. It is between these two. Looks like Wildman's going to get a better corner here potentially than Lone Wolf. Can he get to the inside? He's there. He's going to hit the 13. 13 is going to try to pinch. Wildman back to the lead. Go back to Lone Wolf here. While they're catching a lap car, I believe that is the 32. 30 laps left here at Richmond. Lone Wolf is now going to bring Wild closer. He's to the outside. The Wildman's going to have a better corner there, and he's going to pull him back away. What happens when they catch this lap car? Will he move out of the way, or will he hold him up? It's like Wildman's going to get to him. Oh, and he's going to hit the leaders. Oh, that is something you don't want to see from a lap car. Thankfully, he made contact with both of them, so it did not give an advantage to one or the other. But I believe if it did give somebody advantage, it would have been Wild, knowing he got hit in the side and not the front like Lone Wolf. Oh, but Lone Wolf now closing to the back bumper of the 24. The 24 with the better exit's going to pull a little bit of a gap. But here comes Lone Wolf trying to charge to the inside. Looks like the 32 is now down pit road. Sorry, I keep saying, I'm trying to say 34. 24 trying to hold off the 13. The 13 now going to try to take the lead away, and I think he did. He cleared Wild. See what Wild does in this corner. A little bit higher, but it's not going to work. About a car length between. Wildman's going to go a little bit low, see if he gains anything, but he does not. See if Lone Wolf can get this win tonight. Wildman's trying everything, and Wild's in the wall. It looks like it might be Lone Wolf's race, but no, Wildman within a car length again. He's going to go a little bit lower. Just cannot get the exit that he wants. He's better on the entry, but he is worse on the exit. Oh, but Lone Wolf's on the wall, and that'll allow Wildman to strike back for the lead. 23 laps here to go. But no, Lone Wolf to the inside. It is a battle shaping up for this win. Lone Wolf will have the advantage here in turn number 3 and 4. And that's going to allow him to clear Wildman. Now Wildman, what does he do? Does he strike on that number 13? He will. He'll boost them. Wildman trying to pull up to the outside, but it's not going to work. There's just a battle between those two. Now Lone Wolf pulling away from Wild. Looks like is the 18 down pit road? Yes, he is. Got a Wildman. He's back to the 13. He's gonna clear him. Oh, let me go back to that camera. What is this battle turning into? Who's even in third? I don't even know. Wildman now with the back bumper. The face full of the 13. But he's going to head wide and he's in the wall and the 13 will clear him. Maybe? No! Yeah, that camera angle wasn't the greatest. I keep skipping the camera I want. The Lone Wolf now. A car length in between. Wildman having turning issues. The car does not want to turn. Here comes Lone Wolf. $18 laps here to go at Richmond. Lone Wolf now getting a little assistance there from Wild. He's going to go sideways. Wildman trying to make a charge to the corner and just cannot get the run that he wants. See if Lone Wolf has another issue. Now, clearing his teammate who was another lap down. See if Ricky does anything to hold up his teammate. Nah, he's going to hold back a little bit. Just a little bit. And they're going to clear the 1, too, in the same process. The 13 now with about a 2-3 car lengths in between him and the 24. 15 laps to go. "13 sideways." Wildman trying to charge on that outside line. Can it work? Either it'll be Wildman with his first win here at Richmond, or it'll be Lone Wolf's first win and Cup. Oh, Wildman! A little bit sideways. Kept it under control, though. But it was losing time to that 13. But no, he's going to gain off the exit. To the back bumper. He's there! It's all over that 13. 13's loose! But the 24's on the wall. How many laps to go for Wildman? 11 laps to go here at Richmond. Huge battle for this lead of the 13 and the 24. 13's once again loose and will hit the 24. Oh! Wildman's in the wall, and that'll be a manual caution. Oh! Lap car getting in the way. Oh, that is not what you want to see, but it'll be Lone Wolf and Wildman. And then I don't know behind that. Wow, why aren't you slowing down? You passed Lone Wolf. It'll be the 44, 24, 13 pulling onto pit road. See what drivers get their laps back. Let's watch Wildman. And Arctic's going to give him a little push today on pit road. Major damage for the 13 and the 24. That could change everything. When they pull out of pit road, we'll ask how many cars are on the lead lap and who all is the leaders. Is the 18 on the lead lap? Wild. Is the 18 on the lead lap? Is he? Sliding down pit road. No, he's not. Oh wow, who else on the lead lap? Four people on the lead lap will let Chastain pull up to fourth, so that doesn't put him to a disadvantage. So it'll be the 44, whoever came out second and third, and then the 18 will line up on the outside of the 13? Kit Kat needs to fall to the back because she's not a leader. Is she not a leader? Oh, she's on the lead lap? You said it. You didn't say that she was. Alright. Well, that's how it's going to line up. And then the 18 should line up behind the 13. Everybody else behind him, it's based on laps. Watch this 18 catch back up. They should be able to go this time by. They have to go another lap under caution. I believe the 18 needs to get another lap back that he was supposed to have. And then Chastain will line up fifth when they go green. Watch him while he gets his lap back. Oh! Chastain lagged out. They'll be able to go this time by. We'll ask God how many laps to go when they hit the green flag. Kit Kat is your leader. See what she does with this lead. See if she is the command car, so hopefully she doesn't go. And then slow down. Green flag, and Kit Kat has a decent lead over second. How many laps to go, Wild? 4 laps to go with Kit Kat out front. But here comes Chunk to take the lead away. Oh, and Wildman is flipping. And it'll be an end-game caution that will save Wild. Apparently some team issues there with Ricky Ben. Wild, go ahead and communicate to Ricky and Lone Skull that after the race I would like to talk to them. Here they are going to green, this time buying green flag drops. Who gets it? There'll be 2 laps to go. It's a 2-lap shootout for the win. Kit Kat has the advantage. Huge lead over second place. Does she hold it? In the wall a little bit. Oh! Here comes the field. White flag. Wild's gonna boot her. Wow, to the inside. He might get it back though. No, he won't. Was that the final lap? Wildman is your winner. 2 weeks in a row. Who got second? What's the finishing order, Wild? Hold up, slow down! After Wolf. Right after Ricky. Oh. After that? Hmm. Arctic. And that's it. Invite Kit Kat back in. Everybody go ahead and unmute me. And I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody here, and we'll get interviews underway.
Holy crap.
We're going to go ahead and start at the bottom of the list with Arctic.
Yeah.
Arctic, you got a copy?
Got a copy.
Can you include your audio?
Yeah.
Will.
Holy crap.
Tonight
Wow.
was not a really good night for the team. I want to thank you to my team, and hopefully, what happened was car wasn't that fast tonight, and there's always the next week. Yo, thank you.
Yeah. Well, then we're going to go ahead and move up to Lone Skull. We'll go ahead and move up to... Oh, wait. We can't do an interview with Ricky because he doesn't have a mic. Now, we'll go up to Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf, you got a copy?
Go ahead.
Lone Wolf, very strong run throughout the day, led a good bit of laps and was up there battling for the lead.
The car was...
What happened during the race, man?
The car was holding good. Then we were having good battles with the 44 to 24 and the 7. And then fighting with having a heck of a fight with the 32 in the 1. And then was having a battling compound with the 9, and then we got away from the 9. Tried to get past all 3, the 7, the 24, the 44 at the end, but wasn't able to. Good race to them, and the tires were starting to wear out at the end.
We're going to slide up one position with Kit Kat, who finished 3rd. You got a copy?
Over and copy, and yes, everything's included.
Alright. Kit Kat, decent race performance today. Obviously didn't have a good start, but coming towards that end, you really showed that you could really hold on to that car and try to get a very good finish. I mean, you got a top 3, still looking for that first cup win, though.
I mean, I thought I had it in the bag. Wild did come up a little bit and knock me, a little bit up the track, and I was like, but still try to make a good comeback and really push for that third place position. If I wanted anything, it would have to been that third. I wanted to stay there and really push for it. Got up there. Tires were a problem, but you got to adapt to it, and we got it done tonight. Hopefully, we can come back next week and get either a top 3 or a win.
Yeah. Will we see you tomorrow at Atlanta?
Yep, I'll be here at Atlanta.
See if you can go for 2 wins there. But we're going to go ahead and slide up to second, batting Chunk.
Sure. What's up there, Saxon?
Chunk, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, sir. What's up?
You got your audio included?
Yes, I do. It's already included there, bud. Ask away.
Alright, second place finish. Led a good bit of laps there. Battled with your teammate throughout the race. Just wasn't quite there once again. What happened, man?
I don't know. It's just the way the tires are an issue. You do have to. If it was anyone, I mean, I'm glad Wild did win because he honestly did good throughout the race. He did well deserve that win, but it's just like I said, it's in the cards or it's not. You get very close. I feel like Kyle Larson, second place a lot of times. Like when isn't?
Oh, that means your wins are coming.
Oh yeah, they'll be here at some point.
Then we're going to go ahead and slide up to the leader in the winner circle 2 weeks in a row at short tracks. Wild man. Wild.
Yeah, I got my audio included. I'm here.
All right. Once again in victory lane, 2 weeks in a row for your team that you raced for, BDR. You looking for more wins next week? How are you feeling? Led a good bit of laps today also. Won stage number 2, finished second in stage 1. Just all around a really good day for you.
Yeah, it was a good, well, the car was kind of, sometimes it'd be good, sometimes it'd be shit, like I would be loose. It was very loose the whole run. I had to tighten up on that last pit stop. I don't even know how I won that race, honestly, because I got wrecked by a stall at one point, and then I almost flipped down the backstretch, and then I came back to win, so I don't even know how I did that, but hey, I'm happy I won it, and I want to give a shout out to Chunk. He did a good job there too, and good job to Kit Kat as well.
Oh, thank you, Wild.
Gracias.
Congratulations on your
We're going to
win.
go ahead and sign out here from RPM. Catch us tomorrow at Atlanta.